Hey, welcome to episode of beersjackofbbq. Check out the picanha we did on the SNS Kettle. Hey, I'm Craig, man behind the camera's Jack, as you know. Tonight we're doing a picanha. So we got the whole picanha from Porter Road, which that's the nice thing about Porter Road. Like, this is a cut we can't find around here. So I've never seen one around here, you know, as far as it goes. But so I got the whole picanha. I sliced it myself. I watched a couple of videos today on how to slice it, so hopefully I did a decent job. Would have liked to have a little bit evener steaks, but not too bad here. But gonna do them reverse seared for a little while. Not too long. I'm gonna keep them probably maybe even under 100 before we start to sear them off, because they aren't too big at all. And I did trim some of the fat cap off to just try to leave a nice little piece of fat on the edge of that picanha. The only seasoning on these today is gonna be salt, which, as they say, is traditional. So we want to stick and do this as traditional as we can. They sometimes don't use the one end where you cut it off like at the third vein. Of course, on Pennsylvania Dutch, we're wasting nothing here, so we're going to throw it on there and cook it. But these steaks in the middle are the ones they say are the most tender. So looking forward to that's what we're going to probably cut into at the end. So see you on the grill. All right, let's get them on. So I have the grill running around 250 to 275. Just has a smoke hole open. And I did cut this up about 2 hours ago. Just gonna do them on like one side for now. Kind of get that fat to soften up more. Gotta make some room here. And just going to probe two of them. So, just to kind of be a guide. Give myself room for that probe. All right, we're going to let them go. Probably going to flip them. Usually, if you're watching, you know we do them about 80. I'm going to probably do these around probably 60 already, and maybe 90, 95. I might pull them off to get that fire because they are thin, and I want to kind of almost do a three-side sear on some. I don't want to go too far because we still want that medium rare. So bring it back at the next step. All right, so we just went past like 62 on the one and 57 the other. So like I said, I just want to kind of keep an eye on these. Just want to warm them up because I really want to try to get that good sear on here. Like I said, a little early for us to normally flip, but just letting them warm up. They look nice. All right, like I said, we're gonna let them go probably to 95-ish, and then I'm gonna probably pull them, let this thing get rocking and rolling, and we'll start searing. All right, so climbing quickly. They're in the 90s now. One's like a 95, one's like a 97. So I'm gonna pull them all off. We're gonna let the grill come up to temperature, and then we're gonna start searing them off. Gonna let these sit and hang out for a while. All right, we'll bring it back when we're ready to sear these things off. All right, so we're just gonna start searing the 4 steaks right now because, again, not sure how this is gonna go. The concern I have is the fat as well and what that's gonna do. Actually, I'll just do these 3. That won't work. Just gonna go with a minute plan here. And if the fat gets out of control, I'm gonna probably move them around depending on what's happening, but we'll see what's going on. All right, there we go, 1 minute. Another minute. All right, there's our minute. I was paying close attention. Didn't want to get them to go too far there. This one, the fat was starting to take off a little bit, so I'll kind of pay attention to that one more. Probably 1 more minute. I'm going to do a temperature reading as well. Yep, that one was, trying to see if I can show this so you can see it. This one's probably really pretty close already. I may not pull it off. It's in the 121 mark already. That one's a little lower, and that other one's got a little bit to go, so I'm going to pay attention because we don't want to go too far on this. All right, another minute. I'm going to put these two just on the edge here, and this one I'm going to put back on. Just to get that little extra done, and we're going to pull them off. I'll do the other 3 steaks without you on camera. We'll let these rest, and these will be the ones that we kind of show with the cook as well. All right, we're not quite a minute, but I'm going to pull these other 2 off just because I don't want them to go too far. They were already almost in the medium rare. They're going to rest to be about 130, which I'm fine with. And there's a minute for that one. So it's looking good. You can kind of get a good camera angle there on that. As always, cheers. One of my favorites. Here we are into the cook. Did a whole picanha from Puerto Rico. Like I said, the nice thing about them is these are cuts we can't get, so you can order it from them online. Show up in 2 or 3 days or so. You know, $100 free shipping, so you can't beat it with what they do. And these are nice cuts. So I did cut this myself. The other 3 pieces that we grilled are already done and sitting as well. These were the 3 prime pieces in the middle. So I'm actually going to cut all of them in half for Jack and I to share, so we can kind of get a taste of each different part of the picanha. But I'm going to go into the big one because that's the one I want to try the first time. But boy, these cooked up nice. Now I did do these a little bit differently than I normally do them because they were a little bit thinner. This one's thicker but small. And I was thinking about doing 3 sides, but really couldn't get to that. So did it to about 65 or so, and then about 95, 97, I pulled them off, let them sit, got this thing super hot. Once that was, did a minute aside, 2 times for each side. These I pulled off just maybe 15, 20 seconds early, let that one on just a little bit longer. But boy, this is going to be good, and I can't wait to cut into these and see how they are. So let's see how we do here. Got a nice crust on there, I can feel that already. That looks like a good, almost rare, medium rare. So now I'm going to take a whole strip on this one, so I'm going to have a little bit bigger bite here, so I can get some of that fat, because that's the thing with picanha we want as well. I love the fat flavor to start with, and then it cooked the way it is. I'm glad I trimmed it the way I did. I did picanha once before and left a big fat piece of it on there. I wasn't sure how to do it. This I trimmed down more, so it kind of cooked kind of nice and even. So it's going to be, the fat is going to be good for me. I know Jack probably takes some of this off for himself, but I like that extra flavor. So can't wait to finish this meal off when we get done here. So hopefully you like what you're seeing. Subscribe to the channel, click the little bell notifications, and we'll see you next time.